At 1:28 a.m. on Friday, February 11th, a call was made to Leicestershire police from a frantic person saying, "They're trying to kill me. They're crashing into my car." The resulting minutes resulted in the deaths of two young males, Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin. Welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about a case that shocked the UK in 2022. A case that involved a mother, a daughter, a lover, and a car crash. A case that revealed a dark web of lies, secrets, and murder. This is the case of Mahek and Ansreen Bukhari. Ansreen Bukhari was born in Pakistan and moved to the UK as a baby. She had dreams of becoming a flight attendant, but her parents did not allow her to go to college. She had a traditional upbringing and married her husband, Ali Raza, when she was 18. She became a mother to two children, a son named Arman and a daughter named Mehak. Ansreen Bukhari was a housewife who lived a quiet and conservative life until her daughter, Mahek, became a popular TikTok influencer. Mahek invited her mother to join her in events and parties, where Ansreen met new people and experienced a different lifestyle. She also started having affairs with younger men, one of whom was Saqib Hussain, whom she met online when he was 18 and allegedly lied about his age. They had a sexual relationship for 3 years, meeting in hotels and exchanging gifts. Ansreen tried to end the affair several times, but Saqib threatened to expose their intimate photos and videos to her husband and son. Mahek Bukhari, the eldest child of Ansreen, was growing in stardom via her social media presence, with thousands of followers mainly on TikTok. Mahek was aware of her mother's affair, and although initially against it, she later supported her mother, even deleting messages that Saqib had sent to her father's phone. She even helped her arrange meetings with Saqib and facilitated times when Saqib bought gifts for Ansreen. She also hated Saqib for blackmailing her mother and wanted him out of their lives. She came up with a plan to get rid of him and convinced her mother to go along with it. They decided to lure Saqib into a trap and teach him a lesson. On the 11th of February 2022, they arranged to meet Saqib in a Tesco car park under false pretenses. They told him that they had the £3,000 Saqib wanted because of the money he spent on Ansreen over the period of the affair. Saqib and Hashim arrived in a Skoda Fabia, unaware of what was about to happen. Ansreen and Mahek were waiting for them in 2 cars. Here's a breakdown of what happened on that fateful night. The night of the incident began with the arrangement for Saqib Hussain to meet Ansreen and Mahek Bukhari at a Tesco car park in Hamilton, Leicester. This meeting was presented to Saqib as an opportunity for him to retrieve £3,000 he claimed to have spent on Ansreen during their relationship. Unbeknownst to Saqib, the Bukharis had arranged for other individuals to be present at the meeting. This group included Rekan Karwan, Raies Jamal, Sanaf Gula Mustafa, and Amir Jamal. The plan was to confront Saqib and intimidate him into surrendering any compromising images of Ansreen, which he had threatened to reveal. Saqib Hussain and his friend, Hashim Ijazuddin, arrived at the Tesco car park in a Skoda Fabia. After realizing that there were others at the meeting, they quickly left. The Seat Leon, an Audi TT, pursued Saqib and Hashim's vehicle at high speeds along the A46. The pursuit escalated, leading to a collision between the Skoda Fabia and the Seat Leon, resulting in a fiery crash. Prior to the fatal collision, Saqib made a distressing 999 call, reporting that he was being followed by individuals wearing balaclavas who were trying to ram him off the road. The call abruptly ended. Both Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin died immediately from multiple injuries sustained in the collision, even before the car caught fire. Despite the severity of the situation, none of the defendants called for emergency assistance. Hashim and Saqib were buried in Banbury. Ansar Hussain, the uncle of Hashim, and speaking on behalf of the family, told of how the family's world came crashing down when they heard of Hashim's death. On the steps of Leicester Crown Court, he said, "His death has changed everything. It's not easy to move on, but we have to live with it. People need to look at this case and at the pain and heartbreak it has caused to so many different people." Ansreen and Mahek fled the scene, thinking they had gotten away with murder. But they were wrong. The police soon identified them as the main suspects, thanks to CCTV footage, phone records, and forensic evidence. Here are some footage that was released by Leicestershire Police, in which you can see Mehek's initial false statement of the events.
Me and May went.
No, yeah, we were.
Where was that?
So we stayed here, and then we went straight to Nottingham.
Right. Okay. In the Audi?
Yes.
Audi, yeah.
Right.
There's where the metal bits are, basically. And I didn't see the car after that. I didn't hear a bang. Apparently there was mentioned there was a tree. I didn't see no tree. I didn't see anything. I've gone straight on. I looked at my mum and I said, "Mum, what?" I was just in shock. She goes, "Maybe there's a slip road."
They were arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder each, along with their 6 co-conspirators. They denied any involvement in the crash, claiming it was an accident or a coincidence. But the jury did not buy their lies. After the trial, on the 1st of September 2023, the following sentences were given. Mahek Bukhari was found guilty of the murders of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin and received a life sentence with a minimum term of 26 years and 9 months. Mahek Bukhari was found guilty of the murders of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin and received a life sentence with a minimum term of 31 years and 8 months. Rais Jamal was found guilty of the murders of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin and received a life sentence with a minimum term of 36 years. Rekan Karwan was found guilty of the murders of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin and received a life sentence with a minimum term of 26 years and 10 months. Natasha Akhtar was found guilty of the manslaughter of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin and received an 11-year and 8-month prison sentence. Amir Jamal. He was found guilty of the manslaughter of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin and received a 14-year and 9-month prison sentence. Sanaf Gula Mustafa. He was found guilty of the manslaughter of Saqib Hussain and Hashim Ijazuddin and received a 14-year and 9-month prison sentence. These individuals had varying degrees of involvement in the incident, and their actions and decisions ultimately led to the tragic loss of lives and the legal consequences they faced during the sentencing process. This case shocked the UK because of its brutality and its motive. It also raised questions about the role of social media in influencing people's behaviour and choices. How did Ansreen Bukhari go from being a housewife to being a killer? How did Mahek Bukhari go from being a TikTok influencer to being a killer? How did Saqib Hussain go from being a lover to being a victim? And how did Hashim Ijazuddin go from being a friend to being collateral damage? Hashim's family published a statement saying everyone who knew Hashim loved him. His death is not just a massive loss to our family, but also to our whole community. Hashim was a cheeky young man who was always smiling, a handsome man who was beautiful both on the inside and out. He would do anything for anyone, was very caring, and had a very kind heart. Hashim would always put others first and wouldn't hesitate to help others if they needed it. On that tragic day, He was simply helping his friend, and this resulted in his death. It has been extremely painful, not only losing Hashim at such a young age, but also in the circumstances in which we lost him. We will always be extremely proud of Hashim. Whatever he would have done in life, we know he would have excelled in it. Hashim was and will always be our superstar and our one in a million. The family would like to thank the police, the CPS, and the prosecuting counsel and everyone else who supported and prayed for Hashim and for us. And Saqib's father read out his statement after the conviction.
Losing our son Saqib has been further compounded by having to relive the horror of my son's death over and over again each day when we've been coming into court. My family and I would like to thank Leicestershire Police greatly for their diligence, the thoroughness and the painstaking hard work ensuring that those responsible for Saqib and Hashim's death could not evade the justice. We hope and have confidence that Saqib has found eternal rest with our Lord and that he will be able to be with him again when we pass away. We also pray that no family has ever go through what we've had to go through.
Thank you for watching our in-depth analysis on the case. Please like, share, subscribe for more videos like this.